Hello, this is Pikachu, video game collector slash voice actor fan, etc. Welcome to a quote-unquote video games, but it's actually not a video game pickups video. This is more like a random DVD Blu-ray pickups video. Yes, because I seem to have gone DVD and Blu-ray crazy again recently. So here we have Pikachu and Eevee as always, joined by Sprigatito and Cap. And boy, have they had a massive September, to say the least, because it was a very seaside-heavy one, full of visits to places like Skegness and Chapel St Leonard's and Mablethorpe and all that. And I've had a great time too. It was a lot of fun just getting to spend time with my mother and brother and spending time in the arcades and all that sort of stuff. And I've got quite a lot of good things. So first of all, I'm going to start with something I didn't pick up, because I'm very, very lazy and all, was a Bullseye Bully plush that we won from the claw machine grab-a-thing. So my mum won that for me, absolutely chuffed about that, because I love Bullseye. And then two Pikachu related things that I won from the amusement arcades. So downstairs is a Pikachu cup that I won for a couple of tickets. And up over here is a Pikachu print that I won from Mablethorpe. So we spent a lot of time in the arcade just getting a bunch of tickets. I was playing a Monopoly machine, which was a lot of fun. I think it's the big dice one where you roll it and then it lands on like a property and you win tickets and stuff. So yeah, that looks very, very nice. I'm sure it would look nice if it's actually put on there, but it still looks very nice to me, over the 25 and that. So yeah, that was a very, very good thing to get. So otherwise, it was mostly all DVDs and Blu-rays from different places like CEX and stuff. So first of all, it's actually the one game, because I've not been picking up many games, to be honest, but this is one that I actually did want in the collection, and that is Rumble Racing, which I think was a NASCAR game in the US. Was it? I'm probably... I don't even know, to be honest. But it's a racing game, and it actually looks kind of fun. So that was one definitely worth picking up in the collection. I'm glad to find another game I actually want again, because it's been a really slow treacle with picking up games recently. Other than that, though, it's all DVDs and Blu-rays, so I shall start with the DVDs first, beginning with AI, Artificial Intelligence, Steven Spielberg film, a one that most people don't really talk about often. I think this was supposed to be a Stanley Kubrick film at first, before he ended up passing away, and then it got passed on to Steven Spielberg, featuring Haley Joel Osment, Sora from Kingdom Hearts. In fact, this was released a year before he would voice Sora in Kingdom Hearts. So this is one that I've had in the collection previously, but now it is back in the collection. A Fish Called Wanda from the charity shop. Clerks 2, because I've got the first Clerks. I'm not sure if I'll get the third one, because it's got very mixed reception. Some people say it's good, but some people say it's not very good. Martin Scorsese film, The Aviator, with Leonardo DiCaprio again. This is one that used to be in the collection, but now it's just randomly back again. I picked it up from the same charity shop as well as A Fish Called Wanda. Then we have Monty Python's Life of Brian, the Immaculate Edition. Because I've also got the Holy Grail as well. A timeless epic that's only 90 minutes. Hannibal, Ridley Scott film. Seem to be picking up a hell of a lot of Ridley Scott titles recently. The eagle-eyed among you might notice this is also an Irish copy, because of the Irish 18 rating as well. It's got a lot of special features. Normally, these earlier Ridley Scott DVDs, they're pretty good. They have quite some pretty good special features. Especially when you compare the first Gladiator to the second one, where it's rather thin on the ground in terms of special features. So yeah, it might sound weird, but it's actually the reason I pick up some of these, for the special features. May sound weird, I know. Another one that used to be in the collection, it's now back again. Terminator 2 Judgment Day, the Ultimate DVD. Terminator 2 having been released about a gajillion different times on many different formats. Pretty much used to be the, what's it called? It's that Elder Scrolls game that they ported a lot. It's pretty much this, but before Elder Scrolls was like really, really popular. Disney classic for the collection, Cinderella for £3. I think this one had a, on the US release, an ESPN, like, sports documentary on here for some reason, and what the fuck does that have to do with Cinderella? I have no idea, but it's not on the UK release, and for probably good reason, to be honest. And then you've got a bunch of offers inside, including the Disney Channel, which doesn't exist anymore over here. Hellboy 2, The Golden Army, because I've got the first Hellboy, now I have the second again. In fact, I previously had both of them before, but now they're back in the collection again. Then Lucky Number 11 by Paul McGuigan. Seems to be a very Tarantino-esque film. Interesting one that I picked up overnight. A documentary about Troy Duffy and the Boondock Saints. He basically becomes a big giant arsehole and burns pretty much most bridges with the Hollywood industry. This was very cheap as well from CX, so I was happy to pick this one up. Then for a short bit, I'm going to move on to Blu-Rays before I talk about a thing I was happy to have. So we have Pokemon the Movie, The Power of Us, Collector's Edition. I think it's got a few art cards in this one. Very happy to have this because there's not much Pokemon on Blu-ray. It's only the first 3 movies, a couple of others, and I think the Kanto series, the first half of the Kanto series, but they've only fucked that release up. Because, yeah, there hasn't really been any other releases of the franchise here since. I'll put that over there. And that one over there. So the Jungle Book Diamond Edition, one of my all-time favourite Disney animated movies. Got it on DVD as well. I would even buy it on VHS if I could. Just to complete the trifecta. More Ridley Scott with Prometheus, the 3-disc Collector's Edition. Not technically 3-disc, as you will see in a minute, but again, packed to the brim with special features, which I love, love, love. So yeah, it's a 3-disc special edition because it's supposed to contain a 3D Blu-ray. It does not. It is just the 2D Blu-ray and the special features disc. But personally, I'm not really fussed, to be honest, because I don't really care for 3D. So just a standard version is fine by me. Even more Ridley Scott, Exodus, Gods and Kings, one that gets a pretty mixed reception. There's some people who like it and some people who think it's crap, and I've got no idea because I've never even seen it. But yet again, even more packed special features. There seems to be a thing with a lot of these Ridley Scott films, and I keep saying Ridley Scott a lot. It's as if he owns the channel now. And then Cleopatra, this is the one that Carry On Cleo parodied. Infamy! Infamy! Oh, they've got it in for me! Or whatever Kenneth Williams said. But this is the original one with Richard Burton and Rex Harrison in it. I think actually some of the sets that were supposed to have been in this, they ended up being used in Carry On Cleo. I think when they moved production. So, interesting fact for you there. And then 3 different stuff that I'm very, very, very chuffed to have found. So first one, filmed in Super Mario Nation, documentary about Jerry Anderson's Super Mario Nation work. Then you flip it on the other side, this is Super Mario Nation, which is a whole bunch of different Mario Nation, Super Mario Nation episodes hosted by Lady Penelope, Parker and Brains from Thunderbirds. So very, very happy to have found this one to go in the Jerry Anderson collection. First Blu-ray Steelbook, Wanted, from Timur, if I'm saying it rightly, Timur Beacon-Bedoff. Not sure if I'm gonna go all in with buying steelbooks, to be honest, but this one was very, very cheap. So I thought, you know what? I'll just get it because I can. And then this is a title I do already have on Blu-ray, but I thought I might as well get it on DVD again. And this is one that also used to be part of the collection, Alien Quadrilogy. Because I had the shiny version, this is just the, what was it, 2006 reissue, so it's not shiny, and the back is different. But it's all of the Alien films, at least until Alien Resurrection, and then a shit ton of special features, 40 hours of them. Although there's even more on the Blu-ray, I think like 60 or so hours or something. But yeah, it's just nice to have this back in the collection again, and on Blu-ray as well. So there you have it, a whole bunch of DVDs, a whole bunch of Blu-rays, and not a lot of games. So yeah, the whole video game part's really living up to its name, isn't it? Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.